Hi folks, Bob Dale for Southern Remarketing in Jackson, Mississippi. Those of you who watch our sales know that we sell diesel trucks and we sell a lot of them, folks. Dan has sold, I guess it's getting into the thousands now in the past 4 or 5 years. Every shape, form, and description. The most popular one we sell, of course, is a 7.3 liter diesel, Ford diesel. Finest engine ever made, can't wear it out. They put millions of miles on these 7.3 engines, folks, and they are getting so hard to find. And it's gotten to the point that if we find a truck with 7.3 in it, it's either stupidly priced and we can't buy it because we just sell on eBay. We don't have salespeople and all that. So we have to have one that we priced appropriately, people want to buy, or they're just ragged out. They're just worn out, just tore down. They've been on so many work sites and all that. Occasionally, though, we find one that's not that way, that we like, our customers like, and that's what we're going to list today. This is a cool truck, folks. It's a 2002 Ford. 2002 Ford 7.3 liter diesel engine, 4-wheel drive, XLT package. It's only got 200,000 miles on it. Got a big winch on the front. Good looking truck, good stance, matching set of Toyo tires. Every last thing on it works. Dan's going to do you a drive video. This is a great truck. It's going to be a bargain. So if you've been wanting a 7.3 4-wheel drive, this is it, folks. And it's not going to be $25,000 or $20,000. It can be if you want to pay that much, but it's not going to be that any kind of stupid figure. We'll have a low reserve on it. Anyone can afford it. Anyone can buy it. And come on, we'll show it to you. Bumpers look great. Big cow catcher bumper here. That is a factory bumper. Gosh knows what somebody paid for that. That's an 8,000-pound winch on it. Toyo tires are perfect. You can look under here. There's absolutely no rust whatsoever. F250, 7.3. Look in here. Now there's one little, we'll try to get random, so there's one little speck here in the seat. The headliner is good. Everything, windows, door locks, tilt, cruise, stereo, 4-wheel drive. Look back here, look at the carpets. Carpets are perfect. Look up here. Carpets are perfect. Now it's a 2002, folks, but look in here, show it up, look. It's never been on a work site, never been on a job site, none of that. Boy, these trucks are hard to find, folks. I'm telling you. There's some of you out there who are going to watch this video who know exactly what I'm talking about. You're looking for one. I'm telling you, these trucks in this condition where the 7.3 are virtually gone. Nice toolbox. It does have a turnover ball in it. That's an expensive ball. You may or may not ever use it, but if you do, you're not going to have to spend $1,500 for it. You can see under here, see zero rust towing package. Your spares underneath it, just like it should be.
Surprisingly.
Spray-in bed liner, not beat up. Back here, you can see down the sides, straight as an arrow.
Well, I mean, got a
little scratch right spot right here. This is, in fact, though, you know, we're just pointing everything out, folks, because we'll get customers down here who go, you didn't tell me about that. Well, that little spot's back there. And when I say one's as nice as it can be, we're not selling a 2015 truck. It's a 2002. Look at the seats. Look at the carpets. Look at there. No paint work. Never had any. Doesn't need any. Just the way Ford built it. See the light come on inside. Everything works. Pretty set of Nerf bars, handy. I like that. You won't get mud all over. 4-wheel drive, XLT. Glass is perfect.
No
chips in glass. You put that windshield in it. That's a brand new windshield. That's a great truck, folks. Great truck. And we got people all over the United States. We've got customers looking for these. So we're going to sell it. My name's Bob Dale. My phone number is 601-218-1223. 601-218-1223. Call me anytime, nights, early in the morning, weekends. If I don't answer the phone, I'll call you back. I return all my calls. If you have a question about this truck, call me. I know about this one. Generally, I'll say, oh, you got to call Dan. I know about this one. If you want to know what it takes to buy it, call me. I'll be glad to tell you what our reserve is. We'll sell it to you on eBay. We do everything on eBay. You'll have the buyer protection plan, which is a real deal, folks. We know because we've had to use it 2 or 3 times. Guarantees you get your title and all that. Get what you paid for. But, as I said, for those of you who are out there, and there are legion who are looking for 7.3 4-wheel drives, unless you want to pay something ignorant, unless you want to go and pay in the 20s for one of these trucks, you better look at this one closely. You won't see another this nice equipped like this for the price we're going to sell this truck. It's a 2002 Ford F250 turbo diesel, 7.3 liter diesel, folks. A grand engine. 7.3, 4-wheel drive, big winch on the front, big cowcatcher factory type bumper. Windshield's perfect. The interior is immaculate, sitting on a matching set of Toyo tires. It's a great truck. It's going to be a bargain. It's a truck that somebody's going to buy before the sale's over. So if you're interested in it, you need to call me because you're going to be bidding around and talking about it, and you're going to look up and it will be gone. And that's what's going to happen to this truck because I'll sell it before the sale. 2002 Lariat 4-wheel drive 7.3. They just don't get nicer, folks. Don't get nicer. Look forward to talking to you about the truck. Look forward to seeing you here in Jackson, Mississippi. Thank you very much.
Hi folks, Dan Dale here. You've been listening to my dad talk about this truck. Now I'm going to take you on a test drive, but before I do, just want to show you a few things under the hood. First of all, we do not clean under the hoods. This is just how this truck came into us. We don't mess around under the hoods. You can see just how clean it is. Not mud bogged up, not balled up. Next thing I want to show you, can see got a fresh overflow tank. Got Motorcraft batteries, which is unusual. Most people won't spend the money these Motorcraft batteries cost, especially on an older truck. But the main thing I want to show you here is, as you can see, absolutely no blow-by, not even a wisp of smoke, which smoke's no big deal as long as it's not puffing, but this one doesn't even do that. The main thing is, you can see I set the oil fill cap down on here. It doesn't blow off. If the oil filler cap blows off, that means you've got cylinder pressure getting past the piston rings and into the crankcase, and it means you've got a worn out engine. So as you can see, not the case with this truck. The only light lit on the dash is the low fuel light, which we'll have to stop and get some for too long, but we got enough to do this video real quick. But no other warning lights on, no engine lights or brake lights or anything like that. Now you'll have to excuse the shaky camera work because I'm filming with one hand and driving with the other on some of the worst roads in the city of Jackson. So even though the video may look a little shaky, rest assured the truck itself has a great ride and drive. And one thing you can take away from this video is that there aren't any squeaks or rattles, there's no bangs and pops, and it's not making a bunch of weird noises going down the road, so that's a good thing. You can see it's got the extra power outlet. It's got the cup holders, electronic shift transfer case. We put a brand new windshield in it, so we know the windshield's good on it. This truck cranks right up, hot or cold. No cold start issues, runs perfect cold, doesn't smoke cold. One thing to look at if you're buying a Ford is you always want to hear it run cold, because if it's going to act up, that's when it's going to do it, is when it's cold. But this one doesn't do it. It drives straight, doesn't pull to the left or right, doesn't pull when you hit the brakes. You can hear it shifting out. I'm kind of going easy on it, not really accelerating too hard. I just set the cruise on. You can see the little green light for the cruise. Now I'm going to turn it off. You can see we start to slow down. All that works. Even the little trim ring around the overdrive button isn't knocked off, which is unusual for these. The only thing I can nitpick on this truck is the power mirrors don't seem to work, and for some reason this seems to be common with F250s. Odds are we can fix it. Usually it's this switch. We're going to put a new switch in it, and 99% of the time that fixes it. But just in case this is the 1% of the time that doesn't, just want to make you aware of it. So just assume that you're buying manual mirrors, and that way if we get them fixed it'll be a bonus, and if we don't, you won't get mad at us. I'm probably just nitpicking, but we're down south and most of our customers come from up north, and they're buying from us because they want a clean, rust-free truck. So we try to nitpick as best we can, just so nobody's going to have any hard feelings, especially if they ship it and get mad when it shows up or anything. And speaking of shipping, we're now set up with the main company that our website, I should say, where most of these transport drivers look to book loads. So we can save you a lot of money if you do want to ship it. Most of these places you see are just brokers, and they'll charge you a couple $100 for a deposit, and then you pay the truck driver when he gets there. Well, all you're really doing is paying this broker a couple $100 and stick in his pocket, and then you're paying the shipper what you pay when he picks us up is all he gets. So we're set up now with them so we can cut out the middleman. If you look at some of these online shipping calculators to get a price on shipping, and you see some kind of crazy price, don't let that scare you, because odds are, depending on how much of a hurry you're in, we can save you as much as 50% off of the average online quote. So, just email me or shoot me a text or call me with your city, state, and zip, and I'll be glad. I can give you a ballpark on shipping within $100 or so, and be glad to work with you on that. You can see we're getting up to speed on the interstate, 65, 70. This truck runs just like it should. There's no unusual wind noises, no rattles. The engine's quiet going down the interstate. It's not got a straight pipe or making any kind of crazy noises like that. Like I said, doesn't pull, and you can see there's still, other than the low fuel light, no lights lit. I like to show the dash after we've been driving a while, because it's easy to cut a light off and take a picture, but if you don't fix the problem that caused it to begin with, then odds are after you drive it, it's going to come right back on. So we like to show the dash after I've been driving a little while, just so you can see that there's no lights coming back on, anything like that. This truck is really super quiet. Most of these 7.3s to me sound like log trucks after getting out of my newer one. So this one is just real quiet, goes down the road just like it should. If you want to fly in and drive this truck home, you can. In fact, we encourage everybody, we'd rather you come down and pick it up in person, and that way we can do all the paperwork in person, we can do feedback, all that. And for most of you, we realize that you may never have a reason to get back down this way ever again, so it's a good chance to make a little trip, have a vacation, see a part of the country you might not otherwise ever have a chance to see. So if at all possible, just fly on down. As long as we're paid, we can store it in the back of our lot at no extra charge up to 2 months. All we ask is you go ahead and get insurance coverage, but we'll be glad to store it for you until you can book a cheap flight. We'll be glad to pick you up at the airport Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. And don't charge anything extra for that either. So we really just encourage everybody, if at all possible, come on down. But we realize a lot of you can't, so that's why we try and help out on the shipping as much as possible, and do our best to make it a smooth, easy transaction. We do it all the time, so we're familiar with it, and you know what's required, what you got to do to make it happen. So, like I said, this is an 02, so the good thing about the 02s and the early 03, the 73s, is they've got all the engine updates and stuff that were done starting in late 01, but some of late 01s had it, but all the 02s and up had it. They've got all the engine updates, they got more horsepower. It's just a lot better engine than the earlier 73s. They run a lot longer, have less trouble with them, better design on some of the hard parts on it. So really, if you can find one, it's the one to have. And like I said, we found one here, and you can tell going down the road, a lot of times you see these super cabs, that second set of rear opening doors, you'll start getting rattles and squeaks and bangs, but none of that with this truck. We've shown you the cruise works, horn works, wipers work. It's got automatic headlights, power windows, locks. It's got keyless entry, ice cold air conditioning, dual airbags. Everything is just in real nice shape. Now, there's no odors, no pet or smoking odors. Now, I'm not going to promise you nobody's ever lit a cigarette in this truck, because you know it's an 02. I'm sure somebody has, but it doesn't stink, doesn't smell like a smoker's truck, none of that. So that's the main thing. Anyway, if you have any questions about this truck or shipping or whatever, give me a call. My number is 601-376-9869, or you can call Dad, 601-218-1223. We appreciate you watching our video and listening to everything we have to say, and we look forward to seeing you here in Jackson, Mississippi. Thank you. Just a quick update to show you. You can see we figured out what was wrong with the switch, and got that working, so you can see the mirrors do work. So missing that little thing that goes over the little stalk, but it still, you can see it still goes up and down and left and right and all the different directions. So one less thing to worry about.